Boom, we are live. Welcome to Tokyo Tonight. It's good to see you. Sorry we're a bit late tonight, 25 minutes late, and I'm not going to go too long. I am still hay feverish. This butakusa, this pig grass, it's killing me. I've had a good night. I've just been out to catch up with an old friend from New Zealand, from law school. He's over here with some New Zealand lawyers. It's kind of funny to talk about New Zealand. I've talked a lot recently about how sort of disconnected I feel from it now. Yes, it's sort of good to catch up and hear what's going on in the old motherland, and good to see your friend. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, so I will need to keep my voice down. I'm sorry about that. I will do that. Yes, anyway, good to see all of you guys. And let me quickly disconnect and just check if I'm getting a message at the moment about being too noisy, which is possible. Okay, I will. In fact, actually, I have to do something kind of urgently now. I should have done this first. Copy. Let's send this. Sending. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, and this is also partly from dinner. I promised I'd send someone a contact about a contact. Use this. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to do that now because this is going to go late. Send file. And we're done. So one promise about tonight is that I am not going to talk about Trump. I'm sick and tired of it. We talked a lot about it last night. If you want to check out Gimmeabreakman, we talked about that last night. Tonight I'm going to be talking about everything else that's been going on in Japan and the world that is not to do with the US elections. I just wish it would hurry up, and good to see a lot of people here. Good to see Ty, Hemingford Grey 62, Nicholas Filter, Dave O'Hunter, Phil Nolan, Phoenix. Hey, it's good to see everyone. It's good to see you all. And yes, I also had a few wines tonight, so actually I'm not feeling the greatest. I don't drink that much. It was quite nice. But man, I'm a bit of a mess. I should just be going to sleep. So I'm going to keep this one short. Hey, Sergeant Pilko, good to see you. So anyway, sorry about all of that. I've been making a lot of music this week. A lot of the music. Hey, Chris J, good to see you. Thanks for the Facebook invite, which I just accepted. I made a lot of music loops when I was traveling to America. I didn't get to actually make full tracks when I was there, so I made those into full tracks this week. So I've been posting quite a bit of music, including this track, Load Bass. This is I think one of the first tracks I actually made last week, or a couple of weeks ago now when I was in Seattle. It came out quite well, so go and check that one out. That's pretty good. I don't have a magazine ready this week, so yes, I'm just going through. This is the video from last night. If you want to hear me talk about Trump, I talked about it with Victor last night, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. What have we got here? We've got NHK talking about new translation software. That is there, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about that either. Crazy sunrise this morning. Was it red night before morning, shepherd's warning? It was a crappy day today weather-wise, a lot of rain in Tokyo. But we had this lovely sunrise for those people who got up for it. Oh, that's where this hay fever is killing me. There's going to be apparently coming up to the 2006 anniversary of the first nuclear test by North Korea. The 10-year anniversary of that, they're expecting another big test, and some discussions about that, some rumors that Japan has actually been holding secret meetings about trying to get remaining Japanese abductees freed from North Korea. For those of you who don't know about this, in the 1970s, North Korea thought it would be a great idea to train its own spies into how to pretend to be Japanese, fake Japanese, by rather than getting the Japan-born North Koreans, who basically are Japanese, who are then loyal to the regime over there, to teach them how to be Japanese, which they would have done, and they said they would have done. They actually went and kidnapped regular Japanese people and took them over to North Korea in boats, and they forced them to teach their spies how to act like normal Japanese people. By all accounts, there are anything between 12 and up to 100 Japanese that were taken off beaches. Some were traveling in Eastern Europe and were abducted various sorts of places. They kidnapped also non-Japanese. They kidnapped Koreans, a couple of Americans, a couple of East Europeans, but a large number of Japanese. And Japan's been trying to get North Korea to release the Japanese people that it abducted now 20-30 years ago. Many of whom are still alive. Yes. And by the way, Mrs. Kordyshep, I did not load my magazine this week. These are just my tweets. I'm just going through the tweets that I put out. And there are some Trump-related tweets, but I'm not planning to talk about them. Oh, by the way, I'm going to pause my video so I don't get the echo back from that. So yeah, it sounds like, although publicly Japan has not been negotiating about the Japanese hostages that North Korea still holds, it is still secretly negotiating to try to get them released separately to the nuclear discussions. So, yeah. Phoenix, that's an interesting one. There's the Ministry of Health, Labour, Welfare ruled this week that a case where somebody worked, how much was it, 120 hours a week overtime? And that's overtime, that's not regular hours. A young female employee at the company's largest advertising company who died more than 10 years ago now was officially ruled death by overwork, or karoshi. Again, it's a term. Sorry. By the way, maybe the echo was from the video playing, and hopefully I just fixed that by pausing the video, so sorry about that. Yeah, it's a societal problem, particularly in these big sort of famous corporations, that there's a lot of pressure to stop it happening. So they have, this came up. And there's more stories about that. That's from RT.com. What else have we got here? Yes, I should point this out. Working Effectively with Japanese, another seminar by Rochelle Kopp, is happening this month. If you use the promotion code HIKO30, you get a 30% discount. It is happening on Thursday, October 20, 2016. But just in from this evening, some other big news. I will on Friday, October 21st, I am going to do a live show with Rochelle Kopp, and what we are probably going to do is go to the Ginza hub. You might remember Rob Miller's place in Ginza. We're going to go there, use the conference room there to do a live stream together. We'll do Q&A. The Q&A will not only be live on YouTube, but if you would like to come and actually meet Rochelle and I and join in the Q&A live, I want to set this up so it will work live. So yeah, I'll be sharing information about that soon. But on Friday the 21st of October, if you can't make it to the full corporate thing that Working Effectively with Japanese that Rochelle is holding, you can come the next night and actually do a Japan business time with Rochelle and I. So that should be pretty awesome, actually. Really looking forward to that, as well as the chance to do it in Rob's place in Ginza, so it's a good place to show that off as well. And by the way, we are currently planning to get Rob back onto 2.5 Oyajis, because that show went really, really well, and a lot of people have connected with them after that. So that is cool. I'm sorry, I have to blow my nose again. I'm dying. You know what? I'm going to keep this super short. I'm not going to go more than 10 minutes. Yes, and I will make an event page. Thank you for reminding me, Phoenix, but it's going to be awesome. Good to see you, Matagajinka. Oh. And Gifted Ones, 1981. Indeed, I haven't been doing this for a while, so pardon me. I'm dying. I'm not going to go very long with this. Jeez, isn't that terrible? Anyway, good little camera. Chinese invading Japanese territory. This is true, but I'm not going to say it. The torture program, you know, it sounds really nice and satisfying that we're punishing the people who we think were involved in terrorism against America, whatever, but you know, it's just pretty disturbing and it's worth reading. Japanese lawmakers just German lawmakers just voted to ban the internal combustion engine by 2030. That's an interesting one. Anna Fifield, North Korea is racing towards a nuclear finish line, i.e. getting recognized as a full nuclear power, which I think it is by now. She is probably the premier English language writer on North Korea in terms of general media at the moment. So well worth reading that, and I'm hoping to actually catch up with her and get to meet her this week. She's a Kiwi. and as typically happens with a lot of Kiwi stuff, one of her friends, professional friends, is like the sister of my best friend from high school, so it's kind of funny. Looking forward to catching up with her soon, hopefully. Ciatec, apparently Fujitsu is one of the top 3 companies in Japan for women to work in. Who would have guessed? I'm not going to talk about that because it's about what I said I wouldn't talk about. Interesting cultural look at why Uber and Airbnb don't work so well in Japan and why they're failing. Nagoya, this is a bit harsh, but it is pretty consistent with my view. How to work from home. MS Paint, this is kind of funny, a bot that provokes trolls. Apparently on the Keio line there aren't many stops on this train line in Tokyo. It goes around Tokyo Bay. Frequently apparently train drivers fall asleep and miss their stops. So they're re-educating them, which sounds a little North Korean. What else have we got here? But that's a heart, by the way. You hang it off the bottom of the bicycle. I'm not sure it's a heart, but there we go. That is the Made by Google thing, featuring all their new products, which look pretty cool. Rubik's Cube solution. I've been doing that with the lad lately. Top 10 surnames in Japan. I'm not going to last more than 5 minutes. I'm dying. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to read this. I'm going to play a little bit of music maybe, and then I'm going to go. Here are the top 10 surnames in Japan as of right now. Number 1 there, Sato. Oh dear. It's terrible. Number 2 is Suzuki. Number 3 is Takahashi. Number 4 is Tanaka. So again, if you ever need Japanese names for your imaginary conversations, practice conversations. Watanabe, Ito is surprising to me. You don't hear it that often, but there it is. Yamamoto, Nakamura, Kobayashi, and Saito. So yeah, here you go. Yes, it looks like a heart, doesn't it? Wow, I'm stuffed. So I'll tell you what. Sorry, tonight is short, but I really wanted to make sure that I communicated about the October 21st event, the live Japan Business Time with Rochelle Kopp, which we're going to do from Ginza Hub. That is going to be awesome. I will do an event page, and I want to set up a proper Q&A, even a Reddit or something like that would be kind of fun. I want to do that properly. So it will be live streamed, and it will be live. If you want to come and meet us, I think that'll be a great opportunity, and it's a great opportunity to find the Ginza Hub. Although Rochelle is doing her corporate event, which will be the full professional deal, if your company will help sponsor that on the day before. Other than that, I've been making a lot of music this week, so go check that out. It's actually not so bad, a lot of it. It's pretty good, I think, in all humbleness. Go and check all of that out. Follow me on Twitter because I tweet a lot, and follow me on Facebook because I talk a lot on that. I get into conversations on that. Yes, indeed. I'm dying. I'm going to go and lie down. I'm done for tonight, but I just wanted to make those announcements. I wanted to say hello to all of you and let you know that I will be back to our regularly scheduled and healthy programming from next Sunday. Also look out for 2.5 Oyajis, where I do want to get a bunch of people actually on, but starting with Rod Miller, getting him back on pretty soon. So yes, all that said, I am going to go and lie down and go to sleep and try to get better. And this is hay fever, I think. I don't think it's anything more serious than that, but it's still bad enough that I'm screwed. So have a good night, and it is a nice shirt. And peace, everybody. Have a good night. Sorry, I had to cut that one short.